joining us today. As above, so below. This is my day of power. Those that do not know, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. The ATRs are the African traditional religion by which we harness, direct, and disperse energy, frequency, and vibration. I want to say to each and every one, and first of all, salutations to my madrina, to my padrino, to my oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, Ajays. Those are in the church that are practicing the ATR, and also those that have left the church but got church influence. I want to say hello to each and every one of you guys that have been showing me love and concern for me going through this COVID. What's up, Tree Aries in the house? What's up, my crab cake? Monique 444. Now, to each and every one of you guys, everything is about energy, frequency, and vibration. I'm Crown Mafedifun. Oh yeah, this is my day of power. Jupiterian energy. Jupiter rules a higher mind. Jupiter also is a seeker of truth. Jupiter is also the philosopher, where we get our parables from, our metaphors, our patakis. These are the life lessons that we receive in these various of traditions, whether it's Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, or Ajax. I want to say to each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for continuously fight your way through and being a support of these particular lives. I don't know why YouTube is constantly trying to knock people off. Well, I take that back. That's a lie. I know why they're trying to knock people off my lives. But thank you guys for your perseverance. What's up, my Demetrius, my Gemini in the house? One of the things on our live, we talk about melanated people. We talk about real magic, real contra. And thank you for hitting that like button as you come in, guys. But we talk about black issues and how to resolve issues. I tell people all the time, I'm not a problem maker, I'm a problem solver. If you're seeking for resolution, I have the antidote to your madness. I'm encouraging melanated people to grow and to develop. One of the things that I want to talk about today, to my air signs, my water signs, my earth signs, and to my earth signs. I said earth sign, earth, water, fire, and air. So one of the things I want to talk about today, why and how apologies are warranted in these spiritual streets. And a lot of times, especially with black people, they throw apologies around because it is used to ensnare the mind of individuals, to make people think that they're truly sorrowful. When you apologize, that means you're able to articulate what you did, how you did it, and what your end game was, even though it has been exposed. A real apology is not saying, if I done anything to you. Yes, this is what I done. I slept with your husband. I know it was not right. In the beginning, I did not know he was a married man. But when I found out, I didn't stop either. So I'm not only apologizing for my naivete, but I'm also apologizing because when I found out, I didn't change. See, when you apologizing to people, you are acknowledging the damage that you caused. When you're not acknowledging, I'm a fire sign. The last thing a bitch gonna do is give me an empty apology. I don't care who you is. I don't care you my mama. I won't have a conversation with my mama. Mama's a Virgo. I don't engage in a conversation with when you can't even apologize. If you can't acknowledge the damage, what's up, Mama Susan in the house? If you can acknowledge the damage that you have caused to people, places, and things, One of the things that people will always be able to come to this platform and to receive an honest opinion, a perception, a truth, and transparency. If you're going to engage on my platform, certain ma'am, no matter who you are, whether I've been knowing you for 2 hours, 2 days, 2 weeks, or 60 years, and I'm only 52. If I'm not coming on my platform lying to people, deceiving people, beguiling people like I don't know what I'm doing, that's why I'm straight up. That's why I'm upfront. And I hope that my platform appreciates that about me and that I hold people accountable for the things they say on my platform, whether it's TikTok, YouTube, whether it's any form. Thank you for hitting that like button. When it comes down to magic, spirituality, and these spiritual streets, you never want to come across as a man or woman that can't be corrected, that cannot be aware. My son uses to say self-awareness. The fact that you realize that something that you were saying or something you were doing is improper and nobody had to bring it to your attention and you corrected it yourself. When people have to take you to court to prove that you're lying, this is why you end up with penalties, because you could not handle it on your own. Now you have to bring other people to hear our case. Now, I want you to think about I want you to think about the two whores that were living together. And the two whores were living together and they both were pregnated. And they all both birthed sons. One was a neglectful hoe and one was irresponsible hoe. Your flaws don't keep you from doing what is right by people. You can have all the shortcomings and flaws in the world and still be a decent person. Your profession in prostitution doesn't make you a liar. You're a liar because you're a liar. When you're a con artist and a deceiver, your age has nothing to do with it. So these two whores found themselves in a situation that one of the neglectful whores rolled on her baby and killed her baby in the night. So she became not on a whore, but she became a murderer. Then she went to cover up what she had done to her child. And she switched out her baby. I want you to understand that a lot of times you trying to hide behind that you a whore. That's not why we got to go see King Solomon. That's not the reason why we have to go before Apostle Eli. Because we could have resolved this. You could have not messed with my child, and I could have helped you bury your child and funeralize your child. But that ain't what you wanted. You wanted to take from me and act as though my living child was your child. When the mother looked at this baby, she said, "No, bitch, this ain't my baby. I might be a whore, but I know what come out my pussy." She said, "That's my child. This damn one, this your child." Because just because I'm a whore, don't mean I know who my baby daddy is. And I know what my child look like. And this is not my child. This is your child. That bitch started lying and lying. No, now you become a lying bitch. You already a murderer. Now you a lying bitch. Lying ain't got nothing to do with age. It's a choice. You can choose to tell the truth or you can choose to tell a lie. So what happened was the bitch was lying so bad. She said, I got something. We gonna bring this before the king. He has a discerning eye. And she said, my lord, yes, I'm a whore and I'm a prostitute. But this child is not mine. The child she got belongs to me. So King Solomon, a wise man, a wise king, he didn't judge them because they were whores. The thing that he was looking for, he wanted to know which one of them are a real mother. So he told the one of his servants, he said, bring me a sword. I'll fix this shit. He said, bring me the living baby. I'm going to cut it in half. Eba sando rabasa. And the baby, the whore that the baby was not her child, she said, yeah, cut it in half. This bitch not only is a killer of her baby, she tried to kill her friend baby. Because of what you said. Let King Solomon know you could never be a mother of that child. He said, give that woman her child. Bitch, you told on your own self. That's why I say it's dangerous in these spiritual streets. People will set you up to expose yourself. Because if you're telling the truth, if you're being honest, the story never changes. The story never changes. Apologies. How's she gonna apologize to this woman when she went to so many lengths to get not only to take her baby, but to kill her baby? And she gonna let that woman lose her baby right in her face. But because the elder, the leader, was wise, he protected that baby by asking the right question, making the right action. A hit dog will holler. You're not lying because you old. You lying because you're a liar. What many of you guys do not understand, and the reason why I asked Mother Susan to apologize, but not only because she had no intention of doing her job as the mother of the church. She chose not only to use me for her position, but to use Minister Mario, son of a chosen. And many of you guys have donated to her. She has been in my ministry over 6 years. She has not formulated a solid, real relationship with any of those people in that church. But she has benefited. The reason why I'm getting on here and apologizing to you because you gave to her because of me. I'm here to apologize to you. Yes, you got blessed regardless because you were obedient. But you gave with the assumption that she was operating as the mother of the church. She was only benefiting. And she never apologized for it. And I believe that when you're sorrowful about what you do, you acknowledge to these people that you receive their monies. And knowing that the reason why they did that was because of Chief Apostle Ely. Not only am I hurt how you try to use me, but I'm also hurt because how you use Minister Mario. I'm also hurt because how you use people in my church and my tribe. If you were really sorrowful for what you did, you could get on here as a woman and would not say, I just apologize. What is the offense? What are you apologizing for? The reason why I'm stepping, because I'm the leader. I'm the chief of these Indians. And I want people to know that I don't care who you are, including myself, that I'm not here to deceive you, beguile you, to trick you. And I'm looking for people to be on my platform to be honest. You don't have to be perfect to be in my world. Just like them whores don't have to be perfect. If you killed your baby, take onus of that. Don't cause somebody else to lose out. I'm also the pastor of an apostle of Sister Monique. And I was not going to allow her mother. So let me explain this to you. I'm also a son. I'm also a parent. I don't provoke my children to wrath. Just like the Bible says, honor your mother and father, it also says, don't provoke your children to wrath. Don't put them in positions that you want them to lie for you. If you're going to call them a big liar, don't have them lying for you. When my mother called me, I was really young. I'm surprised she didn't slap the shit out of me. But she called me a big liar one day. And I told my mother I had to get it from somewhere. The apple don't fall from a tree. She just looked at me. How you gonna call me out when I'm acting just like you? You the one told me to go tell that man you weren't home. I learned how to lie from you. Now that I'm lying for myself, I'm a big liar. Now that I'm stealing for myself, I'm a thief. When I was stealing for you, what was I then? When I was lying for you, what was I then? This is when a parent does not take acknowledgement of what they have birthed and trained or instilled in their children. And now you want to make, I used to get on Sister Tree Mama about the same thing. Everybody that's a whore in the family, they want to talk about Sister Tree. Even her sister talking about their children are doing what they're doing because of Sister Tree. I said, hold on. I said, wait a minute. Sister Tree is not the only whore in this family. And she ain't the first hoe in this family. Wait a minute. You're not going to talk about Sebastian like that. Oh, I'm a Sagittarius. Wait a minute. If Tree hoeing, she had to learn it from somewhere. When your daughter came in, knowing that she didn't have a job and she was helping you pay bills, you ain't ask no questions. I know if my child come in and ain't got a job, I'm gonna ask some questions. When my son came into church and he gave an offering in the church, I thought it was strange. Then he told my dad, can I take your car and go to the mall? Wait a minute. I done started counting up. I said, come here, Trey. You gave $100 in the offering. Now you going to the mall? Where you get money from? See, a real parent gonna ask questions. That shit don't add up to me. No, you doing something. When he came back from the mall, he had all kind of bags. No, something ain't right. Nigga, you don't even like to work. Where you getting that kind? Cause you gotta understand, my family believe in giving my children money. So some things were realistic, but it was the amount of money he was spending. I said, no, my family give you some money, but they don't give you that kind of money. They gave me that kind of money. And they gave me that kind of money with purpose. When my auntie gave me $3,000, that was for my school clothes. That was not $3,000 to walk around in my pocket. I can have up to two to $300 in my pocket as a child because between my uncles and aunties. But $3 and $5 and $6,000, they would give me that kind of money if I'm going to get something or buy something. See, you want to wait till I start clarifying, because you done had up to 11 o'clock to clarify this shit. And I gave you an opportunity to apologize. And you didn't want people to know why you were apologizing. So I got to be the leader. See, I don't let people say, oh, I'm sorry. No, tell that woman you've been working on her. Tell that woman you were trying to hex her, or you were trying to block her, so she know why you apologize. Tell that woman why you were over there fucking over her son. Tell that man why you apologize. Because I took your money and did stuff against you. This is what mends the broken heart. Apologize. A repentance is a change of heart. Your heart ain't changed. You would never did that to your daughter if your heart had changed. You're mad with me because I done stopped giving you. And instead of you acknowledging that, which ain't nothing wrong with it, I'm not spending my money on you like that no more. Because when you do that to a Sagittarius and you take it to a Sagittarius, they don't have to stop fooling with you. They're not going to be as generous because I'm still respectable to you. I'm still good to you in spite of what you have done. I've given you so many opportunities as an aged woman to get this right. None of these people deserve to be deceived. None of these people deserve to be lied to. When I ask y'all to give y'all testimony on these platforms, I intend for you to be honest. If you got healing in your knee, if your finances came through, whatever it is, I want it to be real. Because I don't need nobody to lie for me. If the patches work, tell it. If they help you, tell that to me. This is a real channel for melanated people. That if they want to get help, if they want to get truth, this is the platform they're coming to. And if you can't represent your office, that's fine. But don't receive benefits. That's like saying you don't love a man, but you'll let him take care of you. You wrong. If I don't like a bitch, I don't want none of that guy. If I really didn't have it for Kanisha, I wouldn't fuck with her. Not for her money. If I didn't really have it for Demetrius or any of you guys on here, Sister Monique did not deserve that. She was not responsible. She did not resign from your position. She had nothing to do with that. And I gave you an opportunity to beg for your position. Because you had a position out of grace and mercy. And you made no effort in 6 years. One thing about me as apostle and pastor, I'm a Sagittarius. I don't bring up nothing where there's not a pattern. And I always give everybody enough rope to hang themselves. The reason why you're dangling on today, because you have plenty opportunity to straighten this out. And it's not because you're an elderly woman. It's because you're a deceitful woman. You gave me all kind of hell about your loyalty. And ever since you have not been able to receive benefits, now I want them to know this about me. I ain't spent hundreds of dollars on her. I spent thousands. Just like I treat my mother, I treat Mother Susan. Minister Mario has been very good. to Mother Susan. Mother Susan has been down to my house. She don't pay for shit. I have never, Monique's on here. Monique and Kareem are her children. Can't near one of them say that I have asked them for gas money or any type of financial reimbursement. And I have given her plenty opportunity to correct her behavior. And she told me personally, I had no intention. I didn't feel worthy. I said, Mother Susan, if you didn't feel worthy, I came to you countless of times and said, if this is too much for you, just relinquish the office. She still held on it because she didn't want to let the benefits go. That's what you're apologizing. That's what you should be apologizing for. Not that you didn't feel worthy of the position, is that you stayed in the position to get the benefits. That's what I don't like. You allow people to cash app you. You allow people to give to you. There's people that in our church that you don't even like, but you take their money. I don't like that. And my job is to protect everybody. There's people right now that you have said foul shit about, but they have sent me money to do for you. Do stuff for you that your daughter don't want to do for you. I had somebody talk about paying for you the patches. The very young lady that you talk shit about. She has bought countless of candles and incense and work for you that your daughter has not even done for you. That's what you're apologizing for. You should go to them same people that has been a blessing to you and apologize for not being a mother of the church to them. They deserve that. Just like they deserve me to be an apostle and pastor and a honest, transparent individual. They deserve that. This platform deserves that. They deserve it. Because these people have been good to you. Not only I've been good to you, these people that are strangers to you have had compassion because you were the mother of my church. And if you ain't woman enough to say that, you can keep your apology. It's worthless. I'm not been on apology. I'm been on correction. I'm been on growth. Because I don't care how flawed anybody is. If you did something, you did it. If you didn't do it, you didn't do it. This is why Padrino Michael gonna forever help me. Because if I got him wrong about something, Sister Cal, how many times y'all done seen Stormy? I don't know if she on here. And I mess up an order or forget an order. I don't give people a hard time. And I make restitution. What kind of heart do you have to have to knowing that you're not going to accommodate these people, but you will benefit off of them? That's what you should be apologizing to when you come to my platform. When you say you sorry for what? When I told my ex-wife that I apologized, I told her what it was about. And I told her, I done talked about your mama, you, and your grandmammy. And I did it in the open. So therefore, I'm apologizing. Not that I didn't mean what I said, but I do realize I didn't have to say that out here like that. Because you still can feel how you feel. And you can still stand by what you stand by. But do I know I went too far? Absolutely. I'm a Sagittarius. My moon in Aries. And my rising on Pisces. I'm with the shits. Even though I'm doing this live, I'm really being kind. Because I take great pleasure in walking the dog with people. But because you have truly been there for me and Minister Mario in places and spaces. Not without us financing it. But nevertheless, you still been there. You've been on the phone with me when I've been going through things. I would never take that from you. But I'm also not going to give you credit for things that you have not done. I am a fair person. I give credit to every dog that has a bone. You are you are not only wrong in what you have done, you have deceived to the very end. You're just like that woman that killed that baby. You went to one extreme to the next extreme. You are truly a Gemini. The opposite of Gemini is a Sagittarius. The reason why I know what you're doing and how you're doing it, because I'm a Sagittarius. I feed off the same element of Gemini. That's why I understand Donald Trump. You are more concerned about saving face than helping these people. The amount of information that you can actually be helping people in my ministry, because you got 70 years on this earth. You have taken every opportunity to take from this ministry and not help these people, because you have gone through so many things. You have been involved in so many things. You can tell people, I've been there, done that. Baby, this is what you need to be doing. You're a communicator and you refuse to communicate. Your moon is in Aquarius. You had every opportunity to get it right with these people that you claim that you love, that you care about, that you always thanking God for. But you didn't think of enough of them to tell them the truth. The last thing a woman or man needs to hear when they have been betrayed or cheated on is to hear another lie. You're going to cause rage, provoking your children to rage because you're lying. I'm not none of these other people. Even under the threat of Dracarys, you still didn't tell the truth. You sugarcoated everything to make you look good. And you put in there your old lady. You knew you was an old lady when you was receiving them cash apps, didn't you? You knew you was an old lady when I was buying bottles up to $300 for tequila. You knew you was old then. You knew you was an old lady when I took you and your daughter out on my birthday with Minister Mario to a 5-star restaurant in Miami Beach. You knew you was an old lady then. But it never stopped you. And I asked Mother Susan, I said, what have you received that you have turned down? So it's not that you're not aware. You don't like being exposed. And I have to do this because you wasn't honest enough. Because you could have sold your weight in your version. But I'm not going to allow anybody to come on my platform and be deceived. If I tell on myself on this platform, if I'm transparent about myself, my family, and my background, I'm a very private person. Very private. But when I'm trying to help people, I got to let people know why I know what I know. You don't need to be talking now. You don't need to be texting now. You had plenty of time to text the same group before I got on live. Now you want to holler about, no, no, no. You knew exactly what I was looking for. I told you. And you didn't do it. So I'm doing it. To my tribe, to my members, to anybody that supported what I did, yes, you're going to be blessed. But you're also going to be blessed today because you're going to know why and how to apologize. When you are feel you have wronged somebody, that's when somebody's in court. They give the person before after their sentence, do you have any last words? And I know when somebody is remorseful because sometimes they tell them, listen, I can't bring back your loved one. But it was not my intention. I was being irresponsible. But I didn't I really sorry that I caused you to be missing your loved ones. Because you can't apologize for causing somebody to the certain damages. She ain't caused me to lose my church. She has her lies didn't cause me to lose my character, my stance, none of that. But you caused me to lose the quality in you being a witness for all the things that God has done for you. You could have been an exceptional witness of the power of God in our ministry. But because you are always trying to save face, trying to make people think something of you. They already had a love for you. You didn't have to do anything. You being real would make them even love you even more. Appreciate you even more. But you did not take that approach. You decided to continue to take from them based off that office. I do not make my money. And to each and every one of you that follow me, I do not make my money off of lies, dishonesty, misleading. When I say something, I mean it. And I rule my house. Not a little bit, fully. And I do not look for scapegoats. I take full responsibility what Mother Susan has done. I gave her an opportunity to get it right with the flock and the members. But I take responsibility how anybody behaves on my platform. Whether it's Demetrius, whether it's my baby Scorpio, whether it's Shamari, I don't care what's going on. I take responsibility because I want to present a platform of people being authentic and sharing issues that matter to black people, black American people. You're not ashamed to be a liar. You're ashamed to be exposed to be a liar. You're not ashamed to be a deceiver, a misleading person, a trickster, a con. You're ashamed that it's being exposed in the light of Sagittarius, in the light of Mars. That's it. That's all. Let me explain something, y'all. I've been on these patches. They ain't about $170. If you want to get in the business, it's $1,900. Premium level. I'm trying to help not only myself but help my people. Charity begins at home. I share what I know, what I experienced with the people I love already. This platform is about magic, conjure, mysticism, energy, frequency, and vibration. I would not allow anybody to disvalue what I worked so hard for. Many of you look to me because you think I'm honest, a truth teller. If I'm doing good, I tell you. If I'm not doing good, I tell you that too. If I'm using lies and products, I tell you. If I don't use certain things, I'm never gonna promote it. It's not something I believe in. I believe in this not only from a scientific point of view, but also from economic. I would not even waste your time about getting involved in nothing. I wouldn't waste your time getting involved in E5, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, nothing. If I wouldn't introduce it to my mother, my sisters and brothers, and my loved ones and my children, I'm not going to introduce it to you. That's something you will always be able to count on, whether you like what I'm saying or not. All right? I need to drink some water because my back is hurting. One thing about these patches, you have to drink water with them, or they're going to have your kidneys hurt. You have to drink water with these patches. And I'm not a water lover. I'm a money lover. I love sex. I love spirituality. Not a fan of water. But I got to do what I got to do. Because I am 52 years old, about to be 53. Chloe has something going on in high school today I got to be present for. I asked Mother Susan, I said, how much money, if you love Mario so much, how much money you have ever spent on him? What have you, when he was sick, how many times you walked in Walgreens or Perkins and bought anything? She said never. I said the truth is I love Mario. You have been good to Mario because I paid for it. But I'm the one that loves Mario. If you don't, the Bible said where a man's treasure is, that's where his or her heart is also. Air signs like to give a lot of wordplay with little action. Sister Shirley used to say, a promise is for a fool. You say things that you can never measure up in words. Never profess that you love somebody that you are not willing to work for, fight for, sacrifice for. That's not love. Love is an action word. What you can say is that you love what I do for you. You love what Minister Mario does for you. You love what the tribe does for you. You love what the ministry does for you. That doesn't mean you love them. And that's okay. But be honest about it. I can be transactional. This is why you apologize. This is how you apologize. And this is how you mend the broken heart. This is how you mend and reconcile people back together. Because a true apology is laden in facts and truth. I appreciate your time. Appreciate your concern. I hope that you got a lot out of it. And if some of y'all don't mind, please comment on these videos so I can have access to this video. I'm here to teach and share. But this is my day of power, so I need to wash my ass. Because I can't go around Chloe with the same clothes on. I stayed up so late last night. My sleeping is, I'm retired, but my sleeping is so off. I got to get it together. All right, y'all. I see y'all in a little bit, sometime later tonight. I think her thing starts at 6 o'clock. So if I'm out there by 9, the live will be around 9 o'clock. depending on what she got going on. Because I'm definitely going to be there for her. All right? God bless.